Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Beis Halevi on AHAVAS YISRAEL, and we're speaking about the beauty of the Daled Minim, the four species, each one which represents a different part, a different type of Klal Yisrael. However, we know the mitzvah is to bring them together by Aguda Achas in one bundle, that each one has to be touching and each one has to be together, which means that we all have an impact on one another. The tzaddikim can impact those that are less righteous, and even those that are less righteous, they have a very strong place in Klal Yisrael, and we need everyone to be here in order to do their job, so that Klal Yisrael will function in the way that we are supposed to. Similar to what the Horowitz himself says. Somebody once asked the Horowitz, why do we need all of the people in Klal Yisrael that are not towing the line? All the people in Klal Yisrael that are not living up to the standards of the Torah. Why do we need all of that? We need tzaddikim, we need righteous people. Said the Horowitz when an army is going out to battle to fight a war, so you have many different types of soldiers that are in the battle. You have those that are in the front lines, you have those that are in the back lines, you have those that are in the security centers that are sending out the messages, you have some that are just busy in the hospitals cleaning up, but every single one is an important member of the army, because together the army runs as a well-oiled and greased machine. Said the Horowitz, the same thing is true of Klal Yisrael. There are those that are in the front lines, let's call them the tzaddikim, they're fighting the Yetzer Hara and the enemies of Klal Yisrael head on. There are those that are behind them, those that are perhaps less in the world of righteousness, and they're more in the Welt, more in the world of what they do. Nevertheless, they also have a holy place in fighting the battles of the Jewish people, and so on and so forth. Every single one of the Jewish people who identifies themselves as a member of the army of Hashem, everybody has their place. And that's what we're saying over here. Achdus, the mitzvah of Achdus, of unity, is the mitzvah Ava Koyala Koyala, goes on everybody has to be together. Otherwise it's not called unity. And he continues, V'cheinu ba'avos to Rabbi Nosson, Peragid Beis. In the Avos to Rabbi Nosson it writes, Sinas Habrios Ketzad. Give us an example of what it means to hate another Jew. What does that mean? Shelo yechavein adam loymar. A person should not have in his mind to say, AHAVAS, I love the Talmidei Chachamim, the Rabbanim, the Tzaddikim. Those are the people that I love in Klal Yisrael. Usnoyas Ami Haaretz. But those that are not learned, those that are ignorant, those that don't go to yeshiva, those that don't wear a black hat, their yarmulke is not black and velvet, those are the ones, I'm not going to love them. Ella Chas v'Chalila, says the Avos to Rabbi Nosson, that's not the way that it works in Klal Yisrael. Ella AHAVAS kulam, a Yid must love every single Jew, no matter who they are, no matter where they're holding, no matter how distant or how close. A Yid is a Yid is a Yid. The Jewish neshama is untouched, it's not tarnished. It's as pure as it was when it came into that body, when it was given into this world at the day of their birth, and when it was infused with Kedusha the day of their bris or their Kiddush when they were a young girl. It's all the same exact neshama. It could be that it got lost along the way. It could be it's been covered up with darkness and impurity and the schmutz, unfortunately, of the world around us. It could be that a young man or young woman, she got sidetracked in what's the proper path to go in, of Yiddishkeit, of Torah, and of mitzvahs. All true. But the neshama that is underneath all of the layers of the person who doesn't even know who they really are, that neshama is still there. And therefore, says the Beis Halevi, quoting the Avos to Rabbi Nosson, if you want to be someone who loves only the tzaddikim of the generation, and you despise anyone that's not from the tzaddikim, what he calls the Amaratzim, the ignorant Jews of this world, so then that is not the way to go about Avos Yisrael, because we have an obligation to love each and every one. We are not tzaddikim, we are not Talmidei Chachamim, we are not the greatest of all people, of all Jews in the world, certainly not from previous generations and not in this generation either. and yet we would want people to love us, to respect us, to embrace us, to appreciate us, and therefore the same goes for every other Jew. Look to find the good that is hiding out inside of their neshama and bring that to the forefront and love that piece of the Jew. Perhaps maybe you can even come to love a Jew who is struggling just for the mere fact that he is going through struggles and he continues to struggle and battle and fight, even when he loses, even when he falls, even when he gets defeated, but he's still here. He didn't throw in the towel, he didn't pack up his bags and move off to some distant foreign country where nobody will know him. He's in the fight, he's in the battle. Love him for that. See the tenacity, see the strength, see the abilities that are there. And if we do that, then we'll fulfill the words of the AHAVAS the Rabbi Nosson, El Ehav es Kulam, rather we must love all the Jewish people. Have a wonderful day.